Back on the air. We had to take the station ID break. So for anybody who want to watch us live on the air, it's on askusattorneys.com, askusattorneys.com, or sharparilorshow.com. You can see us live. And we're talking about very, very hot topic today, the Tri-Valley University scandal or issue or gate or whatever name you want to call it. The number to call the studio is 1-855-772-8278, 1-855-772-8278. And we were talking earlier with Marnet Federis, who brought basically the first news on that from the present and patch. And after that, we were talking also with Kavita Arora from Sitara TV, and also who's doing a piece on that for Times Now from India. And the latest news we had, there was a release from Deccan Herald saying there's a hotline now from ICE that you can call. I posted that number on my website on sharpirali.com, but at the same time I wanted to warn everybody, don't call this number without the presence of an attorney, because the way it's done, anything that you're going to say is going to be used against you. You know the rule, and that's not a rule that is just being made. It's a real rule. You hear it on TV when they arrest people. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Anything you say can be used against you. Unfortunately, in immigration proceedings, you don't have a right to a free attorney, but you have still the right for an attorney. So make sure you exercise those rights. If you cannot afford an attorney, I think the Indian consulate soon is going to start providing pro bono attorneys. The number to my office is 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. I think we have Praveen back on the air. Hi Praveen, this is Shah. Hello? Hello? I think we lost Praveen again. Praveen, just hold on. Keep calling us, 1-855-772-8278. Praveen, are you there? No. Okay, so we have also, there was a caller that was kind of taken into custody by ICE, and hopefully we will get that caller back on air a little bit later. And as Kavita was saying, we need the support of the community, and we need the support of the Indian government. We need also the support of the senators and the Congress people. They need to intervene. We cannot just let... Okay, I think the caller is there. Hello, this is Shapirali. You're live on air. Hello? Hello? Hello, I think we're still having some technical problem on the phone. I really apologize for that. We're getting a lot of calls, but even in the late hours, but it seems like the board is kind of overflowing or something, but it's not taking all the calls. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try to call those people. Hopefully I have their numbers, if any of them. So I think we're just going to go ahead with the show. Basically, what we were talking about is a Tri-Valley University issue. The latest news that we have is that there was a release basically from Deccan Herald. Let me just see if I pronounce it. Hello, this is Shapirali 11A. I'm sorry. Where they say there is a phone number, a hotline, which immigration is putting, and immigration is putting that is on the for people to call, but we will not. I think we have the caller. Let me take the caller. This is Shapirali 11A. Hello? Hello? I don't know what's happening. I'm really sorry. I apologize for that. So, yeah, you keep calling. Let me see. Well, you have to tell me. Just put them on air as soon as you get them now. They are on air? Hello? Hello? Who's speaking?
Praveen?
Oh, Praveen, sorry. We're having some technical issues today. I don't know what's happening because I think we're taking so many calls at the same time. Go ahead, Praveen. You were saying something very interesting where we need to support the community, and we need business people like you and people from that community to support also.
Yes, I just wanted to honestly give my 100% to support this cause. I don't like anybody suffering, and who is especially came on a purpose of educating themselves, you know. So as a businessman, as a community person, I can give a lot of time for it. If somebody wants any help from me, I can represent that group of students if they think I can. Yeah. And I'm ready to spend some of my money
Oh,
in my
thank you,
capacity
thank you.
for any cause to represent this group of students to do any process for the next level. So I just wanted to convey this message. I promise nothing to worry to anybody should not worry anything. We are not doing anything illegal or unlawful in this country. So students, come out, be brave, and people like me so many people are there for supporting your group.
Thank
So
you.
if anybody wants to reach me and initiate any process through me, I'll be happy to give my number.
Yeah, go ahead, give your number, Praveen, and I want also to have your number. Let me just if you could just email me also your number at
Sure. I'll SMS to you, Shah, later, and my number is 510
510
453
453
1521.
1521.
And
Can
honestly,
you repeat
I'm
that?
very busy. No, it's not true. I have a lot of time for this kind of thing. So
Okay, go ahead, give me the number again, Praveen.
510
Yes,
453
453
1521.
1521. Actually, we will need the support. It's not about the money, but we will need support of people like you who can voice their opinion and
Yeah, I need few people come and talk to me, and I want to take this. First thing I would request once again, before I leave, some of the students should come out and make your parents and other students' parents comfortable, because they watch a lot of Telugu TV. Their parents, not a lot of parents are good on internet and all back home. So please, all the students, come out and see what you could do. You guys are not guilty, you're fine. So
yeah,
this is my message.
this is a
People
very,
might
very
not
important
appreciate
message.
what I'm saying on air, but this is true, as you said, legally.
Yeah, thank you very much. And as a lawyer, I'm going to call on everybody. Please don't talk to immigration without the presence of an attorney. It's not about me. You don't have to hire my law firm. Hire a good attorney, or see if the Indian consulate is going to start providing free legal advice. Go and do that, because at the end of the day, the law in the United States works this way. If you have a good attorney to be on your side, it makes a big difference. And I know that for a fact, because I've represented many people, even against FBI agents questioning and other kinds of questioning by immigration, and having an attorney makes a difference. I'll tell you why, because if you check my website, I wrote some good stuff about it. Thank you very much, Praveen, and I will give you a call of the air later on, probably not today, but today later on. I
Not
will.
a problem, sir. You take care. All the best.
Thank you, thank you.
Once again, I congratulate for all the efforts you're putting in
Oh, thank
training
you.
our students.
Well, I have to congratulate
Thank you, Praveen.
Oh, thank you. Kavita is here today. We got everybody today. Right, great. Now,
Yeah,
that's
thank you,
all right.
Praveen. I just sent you a message. It would be great to connect with you and get all the students together. We will not disclose anything about their whereabouts, their name, their location. We can do the interview at an inside location. We can put a parda or some screen up where we don't show their face. We don't have to do it at an outside location that might show anyone what city we're in. We will not disclose the city, the location, time, anything.
And I will
We're
offer
not
also
going to show their
my.
identity or their face, so even their voice we can change.
Yeah, exactly. I will also offer my law firm. If you want to meet at my law firm, we have a nice area for the conference room, and we can do that there. That makes the students feel more comfortable. So I will offer that. Let's combine our forces and make sure that this thing doesn't just go like that and portraying people as criminals when they are not, because I read a lot of those posts on the internet, and it seems many people are just saying, oh, they knew about it. Give me a break. What do they know about it? This is the worst thing that I can hear when people say that. How can they know about it? It's just like you're telling someone he's sick, and then doctor tell him he's fine, and then he should have known about it. Come on, it's not always the same case. We know the maxim of the law. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. But in this case, if you're being represented by Department of service system that the school is good, by the school themselves that they are not doing anything wrong, you went in and thinking that everything is fine, right? So I really call on everybody, please see if you can give a testimony to Sitara TV and Kavita and the newspapers. I'm not going to. There are two newspapers right now, newspapers that are doing a good job. We had Marnet earlier, and she also is looking for people to testify, and we have.
And I can also support through my newspaper, Andhra Times, and also Indian Express. I can
Well, great.
support of those two newspapers. newspapers for.
Well, great. So we should put those forces together. We have the radio, we have the TV, and we have the printing media. Let's put all our forces together and do something good for those students. And at least for that doesn't happen anymore to any student, because I know there are many people who just come here and get into trouble. Kavita, you still there?
I am still here, and I want students to contact me, or if they feel more comfortable, go through Praveen, we can get connected. I know it's very nice to have somebody from your own community, the under community, to have that support and the trust. You can trust somebody to identify, and Praveen knows me well, Shah knows me well. They can say that, yes, I am a journalist, I'm not somebody from INS. I am a journalist here in the Bay Area, and I'm here to help you gather support. And any way that we can support you and have your voice heard.
As we speak, I am on this cause every day, but unfortunately they were so scared. They don't want, they can talk anything in front of me, but they don't want to come forward and initiate the process of, communicating the proper message back home. So this is my big fear. A lot of parents out there were so scared about their future and everything about their students, their own children, but their own children are so scared to communicate to their parents through the media and everywhere. So I'm
the thing about this, Praveen, is when they're talking as a voice, but not as an individual, because their identity, their name, their identity, their face, their location, none of that will be revealed.
Yeah, you have been repeatedly saying this. I hope some of the students get this point and think about it and approach one of us and see what we could do from there. And as I said, I'm totally willing to.
How about we do this? How about we do something? Since I got you all here, probably you have those newspapers. I'll be glad to have a joint press release with Sitara TV, you and myself, where we'll be calling on the support of everybody. We can call on the businesses, we can call on the US government, and I'm planning to, there's a petition that I'm preparing, my IT department is preparing that should be ready to.
Yeah, and also I'm sure you're doing all this, whatever I'm going to tell you, but keep posting all these laws and bylaws, of the US immigration, and also the people, some point of time somebody reads that and say, hey, everything is fine, we should come out and protect ourselves.
It's not about only protecting ourselves right now, but I see two things that I'm looking into. For one, if we get the support and we get the strength for those students, I'm thinking of what we call a U visa. People who don't know about the U visa, it's for victims of a crime, and they ultimately can get a green card through it. But in order for us to get it, people have to stand together and bring an action against that school, because right now basically the government, the position they took was just pretty much a civil action against the school, and nothing is I think we have one caller too. Stay online, all of you. If you don't have anything, if you don't have to go, please, and let's see if we can take the third caller. That would be great, and I want to join that together. Okay, I lost it. You guys are still there, Praveen and Kavita? Hello? I think I lost them all. Okay. Yeah, I think we will not be able to take that many callers at the same time. The system is not accepting it. We just moved to this new studio and they are still trying to work things out. I think we have another caller back. This is Shapir Ali, alive on air.
Hi, I called earlier so you were able to talk about immigration.
Yes, go ahead. Ask me your question now. Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
Okay. I think regarding the citizenship about my mom, she is 80 years old and she has medical report from the doctor.
Yes.
And they sent me back, they say you have to tell the doctor in detail, you should write on how many visits how many times you visit doctor and such and such. I have some documentation. Can I show you sometime your office?
Sure. Why don't you call my office? We're going to be open today from 10 o'clock. Give me a call. I'll be glad to look at it for you.
I called actually before one of the reception. She said somebody contact you, but no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Probably you're calling during the time we're having those Tri-Valley issues, and the call is overflowing. I'm back. I'm 1 day back on my returning my calls because I'm getting almost 300 calls, and per day like 100 calls. So I really apologize, but I will take care of you. Just make sure that you tell Anu, who's my personal assistant, just tell her you talk to me on the radio, and I'll be glad to meet with you next week. Monday I have court, but probably Tuesday or Wednesday I can meet with you. Okay?
Tuesday afternoon is okay?
You have to call because I don't know my calendar. She's the one who books everything for me. But if you call 510-742-5887, I'll make sure that I meet with you, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
And I apologize for that. Thank you.
Sir.
Okay, I think we have another caller. Let me take the caller.
I think.
Okay, so this is Shah Purali. You're live on air. Hello? Kavita, Praveen, you guys are still there?
I am still here.
Okay, I think we lost Praveen, unfortunately. Whenever we take callers, we're not going to take more callers, but we're going to have one person. We're going to have one person also that we're trying to reach that person, and I will let that person know. I don't want to disclose his name. That he can still call. We were trying to reach him. He left us a number, but the number is not going through. If you can call us on 1-855-772-8278. Kavita, it seems that this thing is gathering a lot of momentum, and I think at this point it's time also for some more newspapers to start citing the other side of the story. It seems like everything is focused on Tri Valley University, but how about those students?
Yes. And you know, with the story, the students need to understand that they're the victims. They're the ones that paid money to go to school, and they're the ones that got basically gypped out of an education.
Yeah, the other thing that I got one person who's chatting me online with right now, because like I said, we have a webcam on this subject, and that person is saying what happened to those other students with unaccredited scores. And that's a very good question. What happens next? There are so many other, not so many, but I don't know how many other schools like that. Are they going to be next, or are we going to have a domino effect of the Tri Valley? What do you think, Kavita?
You know, it's one of those things that is really open right now. I mean, of course, there should be an investigation into all these schools. I mean, are they education?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a high time for the government to stand up and then say, you know what, step up and say, you know what, let's check all the school. I think we have another caller. Stay there, Kavita. Don't go anywhere, okay? This is Shapri Ali. You're live on air. Hello. Who's speaking?
Assalamu alaikum, Iqbal bhaiya.
Walaikum salam. How are you, sir?
Good. This is King Shaheen.
Oh, how are you, Shaheen? I'm so happy to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you. It's great show again.
Thank you. I'm always happy to hear from you.
Just want to say salam to you, and this is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaheen. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Kavita is still there? Yeah.
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to get Praveen back on the air, but I'll probably call him off the air. And I think the another thing that I think is time for us to put together, Kavita, is kind of a group that would be supporting them, where we have you as a journalist, and we have also Praveen as a businessman, and me as a lawyer. We can stand up and put a force that we can see how we can help all the students and bring them together. One thing that I was mentioning is that I'm putting a petition online soon. It's going to be an online petition, and I will ask everybody to sign it, and more signatures we have. I'm planning to send. I think we have Praveen back. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Yes, Praveen. Kavita, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, great. Now we're having a panel, an improvised panel, but it's an excellent panel. I really appreciate you guys staying late for that. So what I was saying is that I'm trying to put together an online petition, and I would like, once the online petition is there, I would like to kind of publicize it really fast, so that if we get enough signatures on this, we should be able to do. I think we have we have also, okay, stay online all of you. We're going to try something really a stunt here right now. Let us see if it works. Okay, hello, can you hear me, caller?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Praveen, you're here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Kavita, you're here?
I'm here.
Okay, great. We're going to have a live testimony right now of what has happened to someone. Praveen, you have the support of really some influential people right now on the air with you. So tell us about your story. What happened to you?
Well, my story is like this. 19th of Wednesday last week, I was taken into custody from Ohio. I mean, a couple of some Homeland Security guys. They came in. They said they wanted to ask some questions about Taiwan University.
Yes.
And they did ask me a few questions, and then they took me to a detention center a little away. It's I think in about an hour away, and over there they finished the questionnaire, and then they said that they served me with an NTA with a bail bond of $3,000, and said you'd be released if you pay the bail bond, and I could finally get out within 24 hours. Finally paying the bail bond. The charge they say is you attended more than 3 credits of virtual classes in the semester. I said that it is a DSO who has to have a perfect idea regarding the rules and legislations regarding the number of credits that have to be taken in online or in the classroom. And 2, if the school is offering an entire program online, then why did the service certify the school? Okay, and how was it running, and how did it get permission?
Exactly.
Students generally look at certification from the service or from the ICE and just confirm that yes, this is a certified school. Yes, there are a lot of accredited and unaccredited institutions in the United States, because it is hard to identify accreditation because there are so many different bodies giving accreditations. There are so many different programs getting accredited by different agencies. So there has to be some kind of clear guideline to say, okay, you guys should not join unaccredited. You guys should join only accredited institutions.
Yes, exactly. That's a very good point you brought. This is my whole idea. There are 3 things.
And Fareen, would you be willing to talk to me? I'm from Times Now. I would like to talk to you on camera, but we can disclose we can cover up your identity.
I'm not in Bay Area, ma'am, or it would be fine, but I'm not in Bay Area. I'm on the other side of the coast. I'm Georgia. So it would be too tough for me to come down to Bay Area.
Well, at least if it is possible, we can at least maybe have an audio interview. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
the basic thing is, okay, if the ICE guys want to act a certain manner, they have to have a certain amount of uniformity, consistency based on the guidelines. But today I was watching some clips on the TV. People taken in the ICE app with the tracker on their anklet. I don't know what's the reason. If at all they feel that there's a criminal complaint against these students, well, they should put up the criminal charges, and what they need to have an ICE app to track the movements.
Yeah, just to put a footnote here, ISAP is what we call the ankle thing that they put. I have some clients on that. Is basically they put some GPS in your ankle, and then
it's a chip with a GPS to track,
and then they track you
or confine him with a certain mileage.
Yeah, so basically you're treating like a bad criminal who committed some.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, if we have some charges against them saying that okay, so and so is a criminal or he's committed so and so criminal activity, if they have something, they have to put up the charges. And what is the point of having this tracker and leaving them out for a month or so? And when are they going to remove the tracker? And let's say, for example, the case is going to run for about a few months. Are they going to have to put up the tracker for a few months?
Well, just for your information, I've seen cases where they put it for 1 year and they still keep you an ICE up. They come to check you at your house. But
yeah, that's a bit too much for you.
That's not a bit too much. That's really too much.
Having had to go through all this, there's a lot of psychological pressure. There's a lot of trauma, a lot of health problems, other things might develop because of the psychological issues. Yeah, I mean I feel that's totally unfair. There has to be a certain amount of clarity and transparency regarding the way they handle, the victims.
Well, there will be no transparency. This is the thing. This is how the system has worked, and it has worked very well for the government back in the days post 9/11. And I think as lawyers at that time, we couldn't advise people I don't know if people know about this, and Kavita, maybe you remember, there was something called a special registration, where they will ask people to come and register, and as soon as people will go there after registration, there will be, some of them will be just be chained and put in deportation or just summarily deported.
Just now, Shah, I checked up few. I mean, there is some news on NDTV and some other Indian news channels.
Yes.
And there was an officer from the ICE who was given a statement, and it states that the people were put on ICE Act because the criteria was based on a criminal complaint or some kind of threat or some kind of other issues. That's what
this is the whole problem right now. The whole news is being distorted. Look, as a lawyer, let me tell you what has happened. They have not brought charges, first of all, really, in criminal charges against the TVU.
Yeah, there are no charges at all.
There are no. Yeah, go ahead.
Even the place where they took me, they took the fingerprints, they ran the fingerprints, they had nothing come up. Initially, they were kind of discussing that, what's the way to put up the charge, then finally they found that this virtual thing, a virtual classes thing. Now they say that, they're not going to have a blanket service reactivation, they're going to have a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, but
I would say if they're taking virtual classes, it is the violation, then the entire 1550 students have taken virtual classes.
Exactly. This is the very interesting part of it is, this is how the school was portraying it to you guys, right? It's a virtual class, it's not an online class, right? That's the word they were using, right?
Yeah, the virtual classroom.
Praveen, let me ask you, what was the quality of the education you would say you were receiving? Were you in a regular, you felt you were going to university, you were getting a legitimate education?
I would say I wouldn't say there is an Ivy League education, but see, the students coming over to the United States, they would like to get an American education, and it might not be like in Harvard or Stanford education, but they might be able to get exposure to basic fundamentals and also get exposed to American way of education. Basically, there are certain ways. The American way of education requires.
Well, I will kind of.
Let me ask you, Praveen. When you were taking classes, basically it's just like generally any online class that you register for the online class, and some hours you're supposed to be online with the class, and some hours you listen to lectures on your own.
The online class will be like either a webcam-based class where the instructor would be on the webcam, and he would be talking to the students, explaining them, and there will be PowerPoint slides, there will be video lectures, and
well, this is a new world. It's happening for everything. We do a lot of virtual things.
And quizzes and other things. Okay, and of course, from the school's point of view, okay, they charge the tuition fees and other things. That's fine.
And what was your tuition generally?
But if the school is supposed to pay a lot of compensation to the instructors and other people, but now that the school has been closed, most of the instructors are actually doctoral students.
Yeah, let me make 2 points that I'm chatting with a lot of people who are watching us online. One of them brought a good point. They knew this for 3 years. They didn't do anything about it. It's just like you're playing football in the middle of a game. They're changing the rules.
Okay. I have an answer for them. I can't answer for what's called a standard answer for everyone.
No, I'm not talking about the student. I'm talking about the government. They knew about this, and now they are coming back and basically charging the students about this.
My answer is the same thing. Like for the last two years, they allowed the entire thing to happen, and they certified this, and they said this is legal. This is certified by the service, and they were allowing them to issue right motives and everything, and the process is going on. So how do students join? Usually students join when, suppose 30 students or 15 students or 10 students join a place, and they say, okay, you could take virtual classes. Then obviously the next 10 join. And why did this pyramidal system go on when they feel that this is wrong?
Well,
okay, if the school kind of built up a case such a way that, okay, we are having classrooms and kind of play up with the what calls civics guys or dice guys, then the school should be punished.
Yeah, Shah, can I interfere?
Yes, go ahead, Praveen. I'm listening.
So yeah, first of all, the way Praveen, hey, I'm Praveen here too.
Hi, Praveen.
Nice talking to you. I've been presenting your situation so well, so clear.
Praveen,
and so
actually, everybody, I can hear you very low. The voice is very low. So
Yeah, the voice is very low. Even I
the volume?
hear it very low.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really sorry because we have 3 lines right now joining.
Praveen,
Well, now I can hear clearly. Now
Okay,
it's better.
good. Okay.
Go ahead.
let me ask you this. What I heard from some students that belong to Triveni University, they said when some students try to get a transfer to other students, because some people, see, many students were excited because not much running around, going to college, less fees, and some students are not happy that they wanted to go away from the college. And their correspondent was not willing to give transfer. So that's why the students.
I moved there only 3 to 4 months back, so I don't know about the transfers issue, but whenever they were, I did read in some of the forums that whenever they approached management about the transfers and something, they were creating a lot of issues with regard to
The point I'm trying to complete it is you guys were talking about for the last 2 years, why did the system allow them to do? So what I'm thinking is because some students threw light on this, saying that they were not allowed to get transferred to other universities. That's why they started complaining about this university. That's how this came out. I mean, I keep hearing different stories.
But I think more and more,
and all other stuff though, but I don't know which one is right.
but I think more and more we are looking into class actions against that university because it seems like
that's one thing I wanted to talk about, Shah. There has to be a class action lawsuit on the school. See, the students lost the money.
Yes,
Now
exactly.
The students are at the receiving end in both these cases.
Yeah.
Like instructors were not paid compensation for the fall semester classes.
But I'm looking into that too. Actually, I'm talking to a very good attorney that works with me.
And most of the instructors have a copy from the school which states that you are an instructor. You are supposed to be paid this much amount per course for teaching the class, but they were not paid the compensation. So that might, each instructor has to be paid something like around $2,500 something per course. So that's a lot of money. So the students are at the receiving end for everything.
Yes, exactly. The students are being punished for something they didn't do, for basically losing their money, losing their status, and even being treated as criminals. So what I'm doing is that I'm putting together also, just to let a little footnote there, I'm putting together another panel aside from the immigration. I'm taking care of immigration immediately, but I'm talking to another lawyer who works with me. He's a very, very good lawyer, Harvard graduate, one of the top lawyers.
A class action lawsuit would be a very good.
That's what we are looking into.
If for example, let's say the consulate takes care of the immigration issues, and finally, if they can finally resolve some things, and the lawyers also help resolve the entire issue, but what about the financial loss to the students? There are people who came to this country, maybe taking some loans, taking through a lot of hardship and other things. Not everyone is financially financially stable enough to, spend a lot of money and then say, I lost money.
Well, exactly. I think this is one of the another kind of focus that I'm going to put after I kind of focus really on the helping the student to stay here, because right now immediately
immediate attention, that's what I thought too. I thought initially let the status issue be resolved and then look into class action lawsuit or the civil lawsuit.
Having said that, one can help the other, so we need to kind of think of it in parallel.
And that's the reason the students need to come out. They need to speak up as one voice.
You're right.
Okay, let's have one at a time. I know there's a lapse.
I can't hear Paul. I can't hear the students. I would like to hear.
See, the point is, you're right, the students have to come out and talk. But when the students are placed in ISAP, the ankle bracelets and other things, there is going to be some amount of paranoia. It's going to
Absolutely,
take
but that's why I want them to come out without identifying
and it's
them.
going to take a couple of, at least a few days for the paranoia to come down, and then they'll start to open up, they'll start to feel more confident, and people in the community can give them the confidence, then definitely they'll voice out. And if you guys can put up a note regarding the the pros and cons of this case, and then regarding inconsistency in the way things are handled, and also lack of transparency and other things, that would be really good. And even the press note from CGI, which clearly states that it will be dealt on a case-to-case basis, and if students are in good status prior to it, whether it's H4 or F1, and if they are found not to have committed any violation, then they will be what's called allowed for adjustment of status. I think the entire press note itself is very confusing. I think Shah will be able to figure it out probably tomorrow or the day after.
I know it's 12:40 right now, and we're going to be here until 1, and I'd like to continue this conversation with you even after this. Praveen, can you give Shah my number?
Yeah, Shah's got my number, so I am in East Coast, so I guess I can't fly down there. But
we don't
not tonight, but let's continue this because I'd like to get more details from you about your case.
I think Shah has my.
Yeah, I have your number. So if you give me permission, I'm going to go ahead and give it to her. That's okay.
Yeah, give it to me right now.
Okay, no, I will give it to you later. That's just true. I cannot give it on the air. Okay.
No, not on the air.
So I will probably send it to you as soon as before I go, Kavita. But I think this is we have 15 more minutes to go, so I will keep you guys on air. But let me tell you, I am live streaming on AskUsAttorneys.com, and people from India also are watching, and they can see us live and listening to us live. And Praveen from Biryani Boss, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, this is what I'm going to tell.
I think you guys are doing a tremendous job in this moment of crisis.
Oh,
this can go forward.
They will come out, Kavita, but it's only just a matter of time because they're all in a state of paranoia.
Well, I think
on the TV and other things, they will come out. It's just a matter of time when they will feel more confident and feel okay. Yes, we can.
But
right now it's just being portrayed from the university side of the university scam, but it really it has the other side of what the students are going through. That cannot be shown until the students come out.
Agency did an interview with the administrator, Dr. Suzanne. She was saying that there's nothing called cheating or nothing called fault in the whole system here. The system, everything is legal. The thing is the administrator of the university put behind bars, or is she investigated? But the students are investigated. Why is it that only these students are investigated? Is it because they are kind of like they are weak, or they are non-immigrants, or is it the reason why they are more what's called investigated much more?
But for the genuine student, listen to this. There's something called a U visa, which I've been calling on for so many days now.
I read about U visa from your blog and
yes,
website.
The U visa applies to situation like that, but we are missing two elements in there. Once I find those two elements are fitting in there, and one of them can be created if there is, not created of course, but something that can be met if we have the students standing together and bring an action against the school. And I think I will look into if the students can start calling and
there are students who are imprisoned for about 1 week.
Yes.
Okay. See, they can hold on to the passport, which gives them the surety that they're not going to leave the country. Okay, and they can let them go, and whatever it is. I don't know what's the basis of why this kind of situation is developing, and this kind of different kind of practices are being implemented across the country. I think there has to be a lot of uniformity. I think justice has to be, fair and distributed equally. Even the administrator is fine. Now she's was speaking to ABC and she's doing fine. But the students, they are in a state of paranoia, locked up in some distant places. I think it's very important that justice is fair. That's what the United States should stand for, and that's what they respect it for. Yeah.
Well, this is another this is a very, very important point, Praveen. As you know, as lawyers, when we went to law school, they said that justice is one thing, being fair is another thing. That's the unfortunate situation. However, I believe in fairness and justice. That's why I became a lawyer, and that's why I want to continue my message. And you'll be surprised, since I started this, I got the support of many people, but some people have...
The other thing that I want to make a point, I'm sorry to interrupt you. But thing is, let's say if the students are at fault with regard to violations or with regard to whatever the compliance are at one, and if the service is at fault with regard to certifying the schools, and the school is at fault not informing the students, if everyone in the circle is at fault, there has to be what is called, when the issue the students finally become victims in this entire issue. Because in a circle of what's called things that happen where everyone commits some kind of fault and finally the ball ends with the students.
Well, this is the whole point. This is the whole point I'm trying to make. It seems like they wanted to shift the burden from the school to the students. As much as maybe the students made some mistakes, but they are not criminals. That's my whole idea. I know there's a maxim of the law which says ignorance of the law is not an excuse. But guess what? Ignorance of the law, if misrepresented, might be something that we might have to change the whole system. I just got someone typing online right now where they're saying that their cousin was at Tri-Valley. He just came back on the 20th on a student visa and they let him in. So what's going on?
Oh, they let him into the country?
Yeah, they let him in the country. And the raid happened on the 19th, right?
Yes.
So
I know that happened on 22nd also for another student, and we landed fine and is there.
Well, we know that. But we always say
it's kind of changed. I think you've been in this country for quite a while. So with this kind of inequality and unfair way in which way of treating the students, I felt really sorry. I felt really bad. There has to be some amount of fairness and they could treat. And actually speaking, if the system is at fault, the system has to be rectified. And if at the end students are victims, they have to be excused or whatever the way, and whatever the way possible, because we are the victims in the entire issue. That's what.
Well, this is a point that we kind of brainstorm right now. I'm very, very happy having this panel. We have kind of, people might not realize, but we have kind of built some framework now to work with. We're having the support of the community, we're having the support of business people,
and also the few things. There are some schools operating with for students attend monthly ones for 3 classes or 4 classes. How are these schools operating? They're operating because the immigration has allowed them to operate as per the law. Or some schools operate certain way. They are operating because immigration has allowed them to operate. Well, in this age, in the modern age, I think with the technology we should be having a mechanism where they track everything and make sure that no one becomes a victim. Okay.
Well, that's very, very famous in this, having worked with immigration for a long time. I know also very often they don't communicate. We have this problem too often. I don't want to blame the system that much. It's a big thing that is happening and has been happening in the past. But having said that, I would have imagined if they wanted to close down the school, at least have a contingency plan, right?
Yes. What I felt is, okay, if they wanted to close down the school, they should have had a prior warning. The other big thing is, even before the start of spring semester, they did not inform the students, so students paid the tuition fees for the spring semester too. It was only on 19th that the raid was conducted. This is a big wanted students not to waste their money on a school which is unaccredited and which is in violation of the FM rules. They should have at least put up a warning. This is what is going on. This is a non-compliance, and students ended up paying the money to the school, and they lost money.
Exactly. Not only lost money, they are losing their liberty and freedom also.
They lost.
They started everything. It's a lot of things.
And how is it that, the ICE might have concluded the investigation sometime in December or whatever the time in 2010? They should have at least put up a warning sign or some kind of thing saying that, we'll be closing the school on so date, let's have a contingency plan, let's have an alternate plan, because let's not turn the tables towards the students and just say, hey, you guys are at fault.
Yes.
Another thing that someone said something right now, which is another interesting point. One person is so kind of offended. He said, "Can we sue the U.S. government from India?" Well, I don't know. There is a provision not from India, from here. It's under the Equal Justice Act. If the immigration,
There is one, yes.
I'm sorry.
There is a provision to sue the government.
Okay, yeah, it's here in United States, not in India. I don't know because I'm not licensed here.
And the other thing, Shah, I think as a lawyer, you must be having a better idea. What are the criteria to put a person behind the bars in the detention?
Well, this is the whole thing. There are two kinds. If it is a criminal case, like most criminal cases, then it's beyond a reasonable doubt standard. They have to prove it. But under immigration, unfortunately, they have kept it civil. That means only they just have, it's a very low threshold, and technically they don't put people like you, like your situation, behind the bars. What they have been doing, from my perspective, is just making an example out of you and out of few people to scare them off.
I mean, at least I came out within 24 hours. There are people who stayed there for 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks.
Really?
Well, yes, there is a person still. I think it's been a week and a half now. He might come out on Monday.
Okay, I think we need to find those people, Kavita. We need to get hold of them.
You're talking about, the lawyer might have filed the papers, or the lawyer might have done whatever he has to do, but the case hasn't gone to the immigration judge, and the judge has to give. I mean, there are people without a bond. What about people without a bond? Why would some group of people be put without a bond, and why would some people be put with a bond?
Yeah, exactly.
And some people are left out with based on their own self-bond kind of thing, and that's kind of pretty strange. Yeah.
Well, it's not strange, it's disturbing, because right now we are seeing the American justice as a double standard, which something I don't believe in. I took an oath to protect the Constitution of the United States, and I always do it. I tell people a lot of times where they kind of conflict with me. They say, "Oh, you're supposed to protect the law." I know I'm not here to protect the law. Our job is to protect the Constitution. If the law is abusive, we don't want the law. That's what's great about this country. But the only way we can do this if you stand up for your rights, and this is where we're having the media, which is the second power in this country. We need to use it. And I don't know.
Yes, media is all powerful, and I did try contacting some media and getting to
now you're having an opportunity.
I didn't want to. I tried contacting some media. I tried contacting the NPR and the organizations, but I don't know how far they responded or whatever it is.
Well, thank you very much. I think we're almost close to the end of the show. I thank you very much, Praveen.
Just one thing, talking to you guys, and Kavita and Praveen, you guys are doing a tremendous job. And
Praveen, I have one single point to ask you, okay? Because you're experienced with this. Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Okay. How far is it true that Homeland Security officials are forcing the students to give statement against the college?
They have a set of questions. They have about a few pages of questions there. And it's not just about taking the college. They have a set of questions about how things are. And see, I think from my understanding, there are few things that they are looking at. I think there's One is CPT issue, the curriculum practical training. They feel that the curriculum practical trainings were given out were fraudulent or if the curriculum practical trainings are fraudulent, why is it that they were approved?
Well, this is the whole issue that we are facing. It looks like there's a blame game here. Okay, it should have been this one shot. But the first thing is that the authorities should have been checking on this before even letting them issue that. They didn't do their job, and now the students are paying for it.
In Pleasanton, you can't even put up a sign in front of your house without going to the city. So having the whole university run, collecting millions of dollars in tuition, and running with faculty is a really big deal. So that collection needs to be really done properly.
I think we should dig into that a little bit. How did they get all this? And then they're not even accredited, and they got the idea to do I-20. I don't know. I'm really confused on this.
And you know what the big thing is? The university has applied for. I just read some things on the forums.
Okay.
The university applied for the TRACS accreditation.
Let me just cut you off here. We are going to be done. It's closing.
The preceding program.
Thank you, Praveen Sagala and Praveen, the student.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Your information has shed a lot of light on this issue.
Thank you.
From your perspective, and given us a lot of important information.
Thank you.
I hope to connect with you tomorrow.
Thank you. 510-742-5887.
Thank you. It's really nice talking to you guys.
Thank you.
And I'd like to plead again. I would like to plead again.
We're going to cut you off, Kavita. The system is cutting us off.
Support you from the